Shalom. Shalom. Akim wa Akwathia. Before I get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rokakadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone that rule well over the flock that taught me it's 100% truth. To you few sisters and brothers out there listening, shalom to you as well. You cancel the likewise doctrine is GMS. Shalom to you, brothers. Salutations to the hopeful elect, man. Now I want to get into the wheats and the tares, man. You know, that's a little mystery that a lot of people don't understand, especially these Christians. They don't understand the wheats and the tares, man. And I got a couple of images up here, you know. When you're looking at these wheats and these tares, right? They look so much alike. You know, the only difference is that the tares, they grow significantly higher than the wheat itself. You know, that's the only difference. But they grow together, they look just alike. You know, and that's going into Matthew 13 and 24 when it's talking about the wheats and tares, when Yahweh Shai gave them the parable about the wheats and the tares. And I'm going to read that and I'm going to break it down, you know, for you people that's new coming in, for you people that didn't know about this parable or couldn't understand this parable. And I'm just talking to the elect because that's who we are after, you know. And I got a couple of examples of wheats and tares. You know, I'm going to pull those pictures up as well. You know, and I'm talking about human beings at this point. I'm not talking about the plants, right? So I'm going to go here and read Matthew chapter 13, verse 24. It's going to be Yahweh Shai telling the disciples about the wheats and the tares. It's Matthew 13 and 24. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. But when the blade or the harvest, or when the when everything grew, when everything came up, when things sprung out of the ground, when things grew up. But when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field? From whence then had it tares? He said unto them, an enemy hath done this. The servants said unto him, wilt thou then that we go and gather them up? But he said, Nay, lest while ye gather up the tares, ye root up also the wheat from them. Let both grow together into the harvest. And in the time of harvest, I will say to the reapers, gather ye together first the tares, and bind them bundles, and burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn. And I'm going to go into this. You know, it says heaven is like unto, I'm going to go back to 24, Matthew 13 and 24 first. Another parable he put forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man which soweth the good seed in the field. And the good man that soweth the seed is the Son of Man, is Yahweh Shai. How will we know? Because when you go into Matthew 13 and 37, he says it. He answered and said unto them, he that soweth the good seed is the Son of Man. Right? You see that? He answered and said unto them, he that soweth the good seed is the Son of Man. So the man that was sowing the good seed is the Son of Man, Yahushai, right? And then it says 13 and 25. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. During the time of our captivities, when our people were in, like on them slave ships, been on them plantations, these devils, man, these Edomites, and the other nations that they were under captivity to as well, they was going unto our women and raping them and having babies, man. Thus saith the tares. That's where the tares come from, right? Other nations laying with our women, popping babies with our women. Those are the tares. Israel can lay with any nation. A man of Israel can lay with any nation, woman, and bring forth an Israelite male. But these wicked and these wicked nations, these heathen nations, they can't just come lay with our women and bring forth another Israelite, because you are the seed of your father. So if an Arab came and lay with our women, you're going to bring forth another Arab. If an Edomite come lay with one of our women, he's going to bring forth the Edomite. If a Chinese man came and lay with one of our women, he's going to bring forth another Ammonite or another Moabite, right? You're bringing forth tares. And we were in the dark in our captivity. We lost our inheritance. We didn't know who we were. We were asleep. Spiritually, we spiritually sleep. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. But when the blade was sprung up, the grains was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. So the servants of the householder came, which are the followers of Yahushai, came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field? From whence then hath it tares? He said unto them, An enemy hath done this. The servant said unto him, Wilt thou then that we go and gather them up? And remember, the enemies are these other nations that are not Israelites, man. Understand, our people went under multiple different captivities, man. Under the Romans, under the Greeks, under the Babylonians, under all these different nations. And in these captivities, these other nations slept with our women. Remember that. But he said, Nay, lest while they gather up the tares, ye root up also the wheat with them. Let both grow together until the harvest. And in the time of harvest, I will say to the reapers, Gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in bundles to burn them. But gather the wheat into my barn. You see that? And I'm going to go to the breakdown because it explains it here in the same chapter, but in verse 36 on down, right? You want to get the understanding of this. Because when you listen to these wacky-tacky Christians, they not going into this like this. They literally talking about wheats and tares. But the Israelites, and you got Israelites that look like Israelites, and then you got Israelites that look like the other nations, man. Because like, I'm going to get into it later, but like Blake Griffin, he's an Israelite. I think his father is Haitian. But when you look at Blake, he kind of looks like an Edomite, but he's not. His mother's full-blown Edomite. A Haitian slept with his mother and brought forth Blake. He almost look like a heathen, but he's an Israelite, because you are what your father is. But let me go into Matthew 13 and 36. It's the tares explained. Then Yahushua sent the multitude away and went into the house. And his disciples came unto him, saying, Declare unto us the parable of the tares of the field. Right? 37. He answered and said unto them, he that soweth the good seed is the Son of Man. You remember that. Yahushua is the Son of Man. He's the sower. The field is the world. You see that? In the world. The good seed are the children of the kingdom, which are the Israelites, man. The children of the kingdom are the Israelites. That's the chosen nation that Yahweh Shem Yahushua chose. But also in that chosen nation, you have the wicked ones that's going to get destroyed. The 2/3 of our people that's going to get put down, man. The field is the world. The good seed are the children of the kingdom. But the tares are the children of the wicked one, which is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and also these other nations who are our enemies as well, that our people went under captivity under as well. And also our women were raped by and brought forth children of these heathens, which are tares. And the thing with you people is y'all think that is a such thing as mixed. You are what your father is. The man carries the seed. The woman is just where they plant the seed and bring forth that child, man. But the tares are the children of the wicked one. The enemies that sold them is the devil. These Edomites. Remember, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, man. These devils, the Edomites, the accusers of thy brethren, right? The harvest is the end of the world, and the reapers are the angels. As therefore the tares are gathered and burned in the fire, so shall it be in the end of the world. The Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend, and them which do iniquity, and shall cast them into a furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Then shall the righteous shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. Who hath ears to hear, let him hear. You see that? So you can't go out here and naturally just snatch up these tares yourself, according to these scriptures. They want to go out and get the tares themselves. But just be patient and let these tares and these wheats grow together, because they look alike. When you get to snatching up the tares, you're going to pull up the wheat with them. So you got to remember, these people, they slept with our women. They brought forth tares, and you got Israelites out here that look like so-called Edomites, and you got so-called Israelites out here that actually are Edomites. Let me show you something. Like Blake Griffin, for instance. Check this out. That's what we be talking about. You see Blake Griffin in the middle. You see his father on the left, and then you see his mother on the right hand side, right? His mother is clearly an Edomite, and his dad is a Haitian or an Israelite, because Haitians are actually Israelites as well, and they brought forth Blake. Some people would think Blake was a Edomite, because he's more of the complexion of his Edomite mother on that side. But his bloodline goes back to his father. You see? His bloodline goes back to his father. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 1, verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward by their posts. And when you go into this word pedigrees, right? We're going to go to this word the pedigrees. And when you go into the word pedigree, right? Your ancestry, your descendants, your lineage, your genealogy goes back according to your fathers. All of you that's walking around out here, men and women, you are the seed of your father, man. Yes, you're going to have genes of your mother as well, but you are the seed of your father. You come out of the loins of your father. He planted his seed in your mother and she grew that fruit. But you ultimately go back to the seed of your father, man. You know? And I got another one too. With Lenny Kravitz. Because Lenny Kravitz, he looks like a Jake. Lenny Kravitz looks like a Jake, man. Salaki on the taking so long to load up too, Akim Aqua.
I didn't think about my parents being different races. It wasn't something that I thought about. It wasn't something that was discussed.
Look at Lenny Kravitz. He looks like a pure-blown so-called black man. Right?
I grew up around people of all colors and all religions, backgrounds, so this was normal to me. Our house was full of everything and everybody. I knew that my father...
Right there. His daddy, full-blown Edomite on the left. His mother, Israelite on the right. You see that? You are what your father is. So if this is an Edomite he laid with this Israelite woman, what makes Lenny Kravitz, man? It makes him an Edomite. That's a tear. That's a tear. That's what it means by sowing tear among the wheat. These heathens, they go and lay with our women and they have children with them. And a lot of cases, those children look like the Israelite. But according to the bloodline, it goes back to the father, which his father was an Edomite, which makes him an Edomite. And that's what people don't understand, man. And that's with the wheats and the tares as well. You know, I'm going to keep going in this thing. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 13. I'm going to go to verse 46. And again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a net that was cast into the sea and gathered of every kind, which when it was full, they drew to shore and sat down and gathered the good into vessels, but cast the bad away. The bad is going to be these tares. So shall it be at the end of the end of the world. The angel shall come forth and sever the wicked from among the just. And that's what's going to happen with you wheats and your tares. The Israelites, which are the wheat, and I'm starting with the elect. It starts with the elect. They're going to be separated from the tares and the wicked Israelites, because it's Israelites out here that's living in iniquity on a whole nother level, man, and they're going to be burned. They're going to be burned with the tares. They out here living like the heathens anyway. So they're going to be burned with the tares as well. The angel shall come forth and sever the wicked from among the just, and shall cast them into the furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth, man. You see that? The wheats and the tares. You see Lenny Kravitz who is a tare, and you will put him right next to Blake Griffin, who is an Israelite, or any Israelite that's around the same complexion as Lenny Kravitz. They look the same. That wheat and that tare look the same. Identical. You go
physically look different
at Lenny Kravitz, man.
from my mother. But
Lenny Kravitz looks like wheat. He looks like a so-called black man. But he's a tare. And that's the same thing with your boy Blake Griffin. See that? Same thing with Blake Griffin. If you put Lenny Kravitz next to him, you would think that Blake Griffin was a tare and Lenny Kravitz was wheat. You know, but at the same time, when you put them together, you got wheats and tares. That's why the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai used them, because they look just alike. It's hard to tell the wheat from a tare, man. That's why you got to try the spirit out here too. It's exactly why you got to try the spirit, because you will never know. You know, and that's why he's going to send his reapers out there to separate the tares from the wheat, because the angels, which are the reapers, they know the spirit already. So they know who to remove and who to keep. And when they get gathered, and when the wheat get took and put into that barn, that's the elect getting put into them chariots, man. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. And that's what it goes into. That goes into these heathen nations, land with these Israelite women, popping children with them, man. Having a bunch of different tares. But like I said before, an Israelite man can go lay forth with any nation of women and bring forth another Israelite child, because that baby is what his father is. And I hope that makes sense to y'all with these wheats and these tares, man, because a lot of people don't understand the wheats and the tares parable. No. These people came in, they lay with our women. They had babies, brought forth more tares. You know. The man that sowed the good seed was Yahweh Shai. The good seed was the Israelites. The tares are these heathens that lay with our women and brought forth other kids that were tares that looked like Israelites. You know the scripture said that Israel is like unto a speckled bird, man. And the speckled bird has all these different spots on it. You got so-called Asian people out here that look Asian. Got a black father, so-called black man as a father, Asian woman as the mother. And the Israelite father lay with that Asian woman and bring forth a child. And that father and that child can have Asian-like features, right? But his bloodline still goes back to his father, who was an Israelite, which makes him an Israelite. Israel is like unto a speckled bird. So the nations that our people are amongst, like the women and the men, the women go out here and lay with the heathen nations and bring forth other nations that look like us, and vice versa with our people. Our men go lay with other nations of women, bring forth kid, and the kid might look more like the woman more than the father. But at the same time, his bloodline goes back to the father, because you are what your father is. There's no such thing as mixing, man, at all. Now, I hope this was edifying to you brothers and sisters out there. I just wanted to touch bases on the wheats and the tares, and I hope this made sense to you. You know, if it didn't, it may not have been for you. You know, if you don't get it, ask questions in the comments. I answer them the best way I can. But with that being said, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Until next time, Shalom.